Charlie Brandt was born on February the 23rd of 1957 to German immigrants in the United States. He grew up in a family that frequently relocated due to his father's job, which contributed to Brandt's shyness and difficulty adjusting to new environments. Despite being regarded as a good student, he struggled socially. The family would eventually settle in Fort White, Indiana. Charlie Brandt would end up marrying a woman named Teresa who went by Terry, and the two were reported as being inseparable. Friends and family hardly ever saw them fight, and a friend had even said that if a husband loved a wife just a quarter of as much as Charlie loved Terry, she would be the luckiest woman in the world. On September the 13th of 2004, Charlie and Terry had been visiting their niece in Orlando, Florida while evacuating from Hurricane Ivan. During an argument fueled by alcohol consumption, Charlie brutally murdered his wife Terry and their niece Michelle Lynn Jones. Michelle's mother grew worried when she hadn't heard from her daughter in days. She called her mother all the time, so it was out of the ordinary. Michelle's friends had also not heard from her. Michelle's mother, who was in North Carolina, called one of her daughter's best friends, Debbie, and asked her to go over to her home to check on her. Debbie had a key for Michelle's home, but for some reason it was not working. She then attempted to go through the garage when she discovered Charlie Brandt hanging. Debbie called the police, where they then found both Terry and Michelle deceased inside the home. Terry had been several times in the chest area, and Michelle had been completely No one could believe that Charlie would be capable of doing such a thing. That was until investigators began taking a closer look at Charlie Brandt's past due to the manner in which he had murdered Terry and Michelle and other suspicious events surrounding him since moving to Florida in 1973. This is when Charlie's sister Angela would spill a horrifying secret to the investigators that her family had been keeping for over 30 years. On January the 3rd of 1971, when Angela was just 15 years old and Charlie was 13, she had been up in her bedroom reading just after 9 p.m. when she heard loud pops. Their father had been shaving, and their mother, who was pregnant at the time, was taking a relaxing bath. Not thinking much of it, Angela continued reading her book when she heard her father yelling, "Charlie, stop." That's when Charlie came running into Angela's room carrying their father's firearm. He pointed it at Angela and pulled the trigger, but the weapon had been out of bullets. That's when Charlie threw it on the ground and Angela kicked it under the bed before the two began fighting. Charlie got on top of Angela and began strangling her. All of a sudden, Charlie snapped out of it and asked her, "What am I doing?" That's when Angela told him, "I don't know, but I think you shot Dad." Charlie had shot both of his parents, killing his mother and her unborn child. His father ended up surviving the attack. Following the attack, Charlie Brandt exhibited signs of confusion and claimed not to remember anything that happened up to the tragic event. Due to his age, he could not be tried for murder under Indiana law and ended up serving a year in the psychiatric hospital before being released back to his family. A year, can you believe that? After being released from psychiatric care, the family moved to Florida and went on with their lives as if nothing had happened. The family never told anybody, and Charlie ended up earning a degree in electronics and working as a radar specialist. In 1986, he married Terry and they settled in Big Pine Key. It remains unclear whether he ever disclosed his past to her or other relatives, but Terry's father maintains that had she have known that he had murdered his mother in the past, she would not have married him. The investigation into Charlie Brandt led them to link him to several unsolved investigations in Florida around the time. Notably, he was identified as the perpetrator in a homeless woman's murder in Florida in 1989. While police suspect him in 3 additional murders, they expect the number of victims to be over 30. So it did appear that Charlie had gone on to become a normal human being, at least on the surface, but deep down inside, he was hiding a dark secret and possibly a serial killer. This is why you do not brush bad behavior under the rug. I mean, he should have faced at least some juvenile prison time and a lot more time in psychiatric care. 1 year? Now, did Charlie actually not remember what had happened the night he shot his mother, or do you think he was just playing insane and he knew exactly what he was doing? Just a cold-blooded psychopath. And had his past been disclosed, possibly there could have been multiple lives saved here. Do you guys think that Terry knew, or do you think he hid this from her as well? I don't think she knew. I really don't. I think that this was a dirty little secret that he hid and a dirty little secret life that he led. But I want to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. You guys know I always love to hear everything you have to say. And thank you guys so much for clicking on this video today. If you are new here and you do enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss videos just like this one. And if you did like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, as it is a free way to support the channel. I love and appreciate you guys so much. I hope you take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in my next video.